Hello and welcome back. So today we're talking about the Roach. Now in order to get to the Roach you need to go to the Concadian Burn in the Grindstone of the Worthy. There's a cave in the bottom right section called the Embossed Fault. Once you work your way all the way through that cave, you'll come to a boss called Skull Orchid. Now he is the one that's going to be dropping us our Roach. Now I do know the Roach can come in elements. I haven't seen it drop in every element, only corrosive, but I imagine it's probably just a part of the gun that changes its elements. And I'm sure if it happens to drop in the Malawan underbarrel, maybe you can get multi-elements. I can't confirm that, I've only seen it drop in corrosive. Now, the red text on the Roach said he was the raddest Roach. The perk on the gun, and it's a pretty basic gun. This thing's not the greatest, I'll be honest. But the perk is Flesh Eaters. It shoots eggs that hatch flying roaches when attached to flesh, living or dead. Now I have noticed you don't see the roaches whenever it's a shield or it's the order, you won't see them, but they still seem to pop. So whenever you shoot the eggs at them, I guess if there's no flesh, the eggs just kind of sit inside of them for a minute and then they explode a second time. Now it's a Torg pistol, and this thing it's not very good at fighting bosses, but it is pretty decent at fighting, hordes, especially in like Ripper camps. Anywhere where you're gonna fight a bunch of like flesh enemies. Overall, I don't think this thing is like absurdly good or anything, but it is kind of fun to run around and play with. You'll notice that the longer you use it, the better it gets. So whenever I initially got this gun, I tried it out. I was like, this thing fucking sucks. But after you get a few mags dumped down range and you get all these roaches all over the place, it gets pretty fun and pretty chaotic pretty quickly. So a couple of things that I personally prefer to pair this with is, once again, we're running that shield, the fireworks. In this case, it's the electric fireworks. I believe that one to be the most useful in my case, just because there's so many shielded enemies, especially once you get into the higher UVHMs. And I don't like having to switch to an electric weapon just to fuck up a shield. It's nice having this to where, every time you kill an enemy, you're gonna break another enemy's shield, so it kind of turns into a game of find the enemy whose shield has already been stripped. Now, aside from that, I haven't got this build all the way together. As you can see, I'm on Rafa, so it could be better. I'm sure it's, don't judge the gun too harshly. I haven't got a full build all together for Rafa yet. So if you enjoyed, then like and subscribe. If you didn't, then don't. Either way it goes though, have yourself a very fine day.